All right, we have to get to new tensions. CPS's leaders get set to unveil their plan to close a massive budget gap.
That plan finds the mayor potentially at odds with his hand-picked new CPS CEO. Political reporter Paris Schutz has the latest on this story. Paris?
Yeah, Sylvia and Terrence, it feels like deja vu all over again. CPS leaders presented a unified front with the mayor's office and the teachers union today, but tomorrow's budget might find the sides once again at odds. New CPS CEO Macklin King emerges from a briefing with lawmakers alongside Mayor Johnson's chief of staff and CTU President Stacey Davis Gates. But the three might not be in agreement on how to solve that $734 million budget gap. What they do agree on, they need billions more from Springfield.
You don't just owe someone $2 billion. And in fact, you don't just owe a school district full of young people $2 billion.
The meeting comes after CPS sources told Fox 32 that King's budget will not include a $200 million short-term loan and will propose pushing a $175 million pension cost onto the city. That was the exact approach taken by fired former CEO Pedro Martinez, who said the district couldn't afford new borrowing. The sources say the mayor's office and CTU are pressuring King to change her stance on those items. Today, King wouldn't say whether or not that was working.
I can say that we're considering all options. This is the message that we've been very consistent with since the budget roundtables with our community. In order to get to the best budget that allows our students to have a stable opening and closing of school for this fiscal school year, that's what we're considering.
Instead, sources tell Fox 32 the budget will rely on asking the mayor for more TIF surplus funds, as well as more money from Springfield. But $1.6 billion? Not likely, says Northside State Representative Ann Williams.
That seems like a pretty high bar and one that's very difficult to meet. Obviously, if it were up to me and I could snap my fingers, CPS would have all the money it ever needed to make sure we provided the best quality of education for kids there, as well as the rest of the state. But the reality is we are all facing significant fiscal challenges.
Earlier this morning, Mayor Johnson sidestepped questions that he might be at odds once again with his CPS CEO, but hinted that he still wants to borrow.
Now look, our options are on the table, and we have to ensure that for the long-term sustainability of our school district, that we're all committed in the state of Illinois to ensure that we are fully funded. Every option that's available to us, we have to actually lean into and have a robust discussion around it. And we're doing just that.
Now, new CPS CEO King formally presents the budget tomorrow before the Chicago Board of Education. They'll have to vote on it the following week. This borrowing, Sylvia, has been around. It's been a sticking point for a year now. The previous board, remember, they all resigned over it. The previous CEO, Pedro Martinez, was fired over refusing it, but still, the mayor and CTU press on. Sylvia?
Yeah, we remember it well. Thanks so much.